When you're looking for a place you'd like to meet, try the public library. There's books and things and lots of space. It's a really cool place. Just call 781-395-7950. It'll take you to desks that are used for reference and info.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Medford Happenings, a show for and about the city of Medford. I am John Petrella, and the purpose of this program is to give Medford citizens facts and information to help you make informed choices and to discover city services or businesses you may not have been aware of. And our special guest today is Sam Sednek. And Sam is the director of the Charlotte and William Bloomberg Medford Public Library. Welcome, Sam. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, John.
Okay, we get right into things, Sam. So the first question, and we are very happy to have you on. Library, it's a great library. But tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is Sam Sednek?
Sure. So I've been kicking around Medford for a little over 13 years now. I was originally hired at the library as the head of children's services. Okay. And then at some point they decided to make me the assistant director. And when Barbara Kerr retired in April, they promoted me on up to director. But prior to that, I'm from the Midwest originally. I went to high school in Omaha, Nebraska, and then I came out here for college. I went to Boston University for college.
Very good, very nice.
And I fell in love with Massachusetts at that point. But my course didn't stay right here for a bit. I joined the Peace Corps. I served in the southern African country of Lesotho for 2 years, and that's where I kind of fell in love with working in libraries. Okay. I built community libraries there, and I taught in a high school. And I learned the real value of a library when you don't have resources. It's hugely important. It opens all sorts of doors for folks. Yeah. So when I got back from the Peace Corps, I went to school to get my master's in library sciences, and the rest is kind of history. I've kind of my first professional job was in Haverhill, and then on to Medford.
On to Medford, and we're very lucky to have you. The library, I mean, it's incredible what goes on up there, and we're going to get into that as the show goes on.
We will.
But you're a very busy person. I know that.
It's
so. Can you describe to us, a typical day at the library? What is it, library director, what does it look like? I mean...
honestly, I am not sure I know the answer to that question
at
this point. A typical day is all over the place right now. We have... Like you said, there's a lot happening up there. So we are currently working on a digitization project.
Okay.
Bloomberg Philanthropies has given us a sum of money to take some of our local history stuff and digitize them. So myself and a couple of staff members are doing some metadata adds to the stuff that's been recently scanned. And if you go to our website, which is medfordlibrary.org, you can click on local history and you can search the newspaper archive because we put up all of our microfilm scans online. And we're starting a new thing because what we noticed is our Medford history, our history room, we had a lot of the old stuff. But as we got to a more current area, we really had less and less. And what is happening to us now will one day be history. So
yes.
we there's a recording studio at the library,
yes.
And we are working on recording personal stories from Medford residents about why they're in Medford, what they're doing, their stories, what's important to them, and making that part of our local history collection as well. So a normal day at the library, sometimes I'm working the desk, sometimes I'm cataloging books or working on a project. Sometimes I am in meetings, but every day is a little bit different, and it's all a joy.
So you're definitely hands-on. You're all over the place, involved with everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wherever you're needed,
That's
Yeah,
where I'll
yeah,
be. Yeah.
And just, when you say digitizing, I'm not a tech type of person, but I'm very interested in that. So, are you talking like newspapers from the recent past, or are you?
So we don't have the newspaper
Okay.
because newsprint dies hard and
Yes.
fast.
Yes,
if you've ever had a
agreed.
newspaper at home,
Yep,
right?
yep.
So what we had were microfilm. So we set out the newspapers when we got them. Originally, they made them into these kind of film reels.
Okay.
And that's what we digitized. So that we did actually send out to a company to scan it for us.
Oh,
so they are
okay.
sending us digital files back. We're uploading them onto this website so that you can check them out, and going from there. It's actually been a really interesting project.
I'm sure.
We have a volunteer who is helping us out, because when you digitize newspapers, it will it's called OCR, and it'll give you a transcript of it. But if you think about the columns in a newspaper,
Right.
the transcript was reading all the way across the newspaper, so
Oh,
it
okay.
wasn't making a lot of sense.
Okay. Yep.
But we have a gentleman in town who's been volunteering with us. He's a software engineer, and he works with AI, and he's gotten a program to correct the transcripts so that they read correctly.
Awesome.
And that's really
Yeah, see,
amazing.
I'd be very interested in that because I love all the past history. Like you said, we always look back. It's the old, but it'd be nice to have 20 years ago, 25 years ago.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And we have quite a bit.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's great. This is kind of I wouldn't call it a silly question, but everyone has certain things they love about their job, they don't love, but we'll just stick with, what do you enjoy most?
Okay, I have two pet projects at the library. The first is the maker space. So if you haven't been to the new building, there is a room that is made for crafting and projects.
Okay.
There's a laser cutter in there. There's a vinyl cutter. We do 3D printing. But it is basically a space to learn how to do stuff with your hands, to make weird creations and go from there. So that's one of my favorite things of the library. But my other one is kind of a new thing that libraries are kicking around, and it's called the Library of Things. So if you haven't been to the library, we check out more than just books. And I'm not talking about like DVDs and audiobooks.
Right.
I'm talking about, we have an inflatable kayak you can check out of the library.
kidding.
We have toolkits that you can check out of the library. We just got a weed whacker, so if you need to trim up the edge of your lawn and you don't have that at
Seriously?
home, you can check that out of the
Wow.
library. We have some kind of silly things. We have a ghost meter if you just want to check your house for
No
the
kidding.
ghost out there.
Wow. This-
we
this
have a
is-
lot of great
This
stuff.
is really good stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Honestly, the hottest thing though is like we have folding tables and folding chairs. So when
Okay.
you're having that party at your
Right.
house,
So they can actually come to the library, check them out.
check out a table.
Wow. That's incredible. I think that's awesome.
Yeah,
So it really is a library with everything. I mean,
we're trying.
you're growing and growing and growing more and more. Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's something. And the maker space, I got to ask you, is it open to everybody? Do you?
Yeah. So Kate Cherian is our makerspace coordinator,
Okay.
and Kate is there 25 hours a week, which means it's not open the entire time the
Okay.
library's open. So
Okay.
we have a trick for that. What we do is something called badging classes. So if you come up to the library and you take a general safety badge class, and basically we show you how the makerspace works and how not to injure yourself terribly.
Okay. Yeah, that would be good.
Then we let you check out that room. So if you have a big project and you need to get it finished and you don't want to make the mess at your home, you can come in, get your general safety badge, and reserve that room for up to 4 hours to finish it off.
Wow.
So we have like some amazing folks that are doing these big quilting projects, and they just need a bigger space to do that, lay out all the fabric. We have all sorts of different projects that are coming in and out of there, and we really, really love to see what people are making.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. That's incredible.
Yeah.
It really is. You think of libraries, you don't think of what you're just talking about, but it's good to know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of people aren't aware of that. That's great. Okay, now challenges. Libraries, and I know this is not just in Medford; it's everywhere. They're all facing different challenges. What changes? I mean, changes, challenges are you facing, today that may be different from, a few years ago or in the past? I mean, there's so much more going on. There's got to be more, budgets. There's got to be a lot. It's not a small, library. This is a big production. Let's put it that way.
It's a big production.
Yes.
I think you'd be hard-pressed to talk to anyone running a library that doesn't say budget is always a challenge, right?
Yep.
So budget is always a challenge. But I think right now libraries are kind of caught in that political push right now, where folks are getting kind of up in arms about sometimes what's in the collection or who has access to the collection. We're so deeply lucky to be in Massachusetts because there's a lot more protections around it.
Okay.
The governor just signed in a right to read rule that basically says that, people can't just come in and remove books from the shelf because they don't like it for some reason, right?
Yep.
Now, there is a process to say, I don't think this should be in the library. If someone has a book that they're like, no one in the universe should read this book,
Yep.
there's a request for reconsideration, and we would review that. But the thing is we're serving everybody in Medford, right? So something that you might not like to read, someone else maybe does. And maybe something that one person feels is uncomfortable, someone else really needs.
Right.
And so what I say to folks about, our collection is we have amazing crew of professional librarians developing our collection.
Okay.
They have rules that they're going for. They're collecting for lots of different folks. But if you pick up a book and you're like, ugh, this is not for me, you just return that book. You don't have to read it, right? Come back in, and we'll try and match up with something that you want.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
And there's a civil way, like you said. You can't file something, and it's very civil, and take a look at it.
Yeah, review it and go from there.
Yep.
But that is I think a national challenge across many states, and I know some states have gotten really all up on it, and with regards to youth, where they're any book that might have any sort of sexual content in it is pornographic. And so what happens in some of the places where they've criminalized that is libraries are we can't have anyone under the age of 18 come into the space.
Come into that
because
space,
we're afraid of what would happen, and that feels terrible. If you've ever come to Medford Library, we have gaggles of children in and out of there, right?
Do. Yeah, no. You have gaggles of everything.
Oh,
in
we
and out
do.
Of there.
We really do.
There's no doubt about it. Yeah.
And we really do have collections built for different age groups, right?
Okay.
There's a children's room, there's a teen room, there's the downstairs for the adult services folks. So if you are struggling to find the thing that you were looking for in the library, come chat with us.
Right.
We love to show people around.
Yeah, and that's good. You have a children's, you have a teen, adult. That's the way it should be. Yeah. That makes sense.
And they're really cool spaces.
Yes. Oh, I know they are. I've been there. I've been in some of the rooms, and very nice up there. Okay. As far as library, resources available to the public, give us a synopsis. What's up there? What's available?
So. We like to say that you don't actually even need to come to the library in order to use the library. So on our website, at the very top, you can look at our digital resources. Our digital resources include things like you can check out ebooks and audiobooks and movies and everything like that from your home device using your library card, which is lovely, particularly if the weather is bad or you just need a little something extra. But we also have, we have programs that you could get live resume help by using our digital resources. So if you're looking for a job and you need help writing your resume, we have a resource called BrainFuse Job Now, where you can get interview support and resume support. We also, of course, have the makerspace. So if maybe you have a small business.
That seems to be, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but that seems to be big. I hear.
Yeah.
Can you a little detail? Because I hear everyone talk about this, and I'm like, you hear makerspace. Exactly.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually do the general safety classes for the makerspace. I do 3D printing for the makerspace.
Yeah.
But think about it, if you are you have a great concept, right? And you want to start a small business and you need to build a prototype. You can design that online and print it out and have that prototype, right? A 3-dimensional prototype.
Okay.
Or you can come to the library and you can use a laser cutter and cut out. I knew someone came in and they had a broken lampshade and they were able to cut out the pieces they needed to fix their lampshade.
Wow.
There's all sorts of things that you can do.
Okay.
And sometimes those things are just to play around, right? Like the makerspace, for me at least, I am a bad crafter, I like to say, which is to say I will do any craft you want me to, probably not well.
Me too. Not well. Yeah, exactly.
So like this, on Sunday the 30th, we have a maker fair at the library. So from
Okay.
1 to 4, we're going to be open and we're going to have all sorts of craft stuff. I am out there. We're going to do splatter paint out on the patio. So if you are feeling uncomfortable with the really precise crafts, you can come out and just
Oh, that
chuck
sounds-
paint at the wall.
I like
It'll
that.
It'll be
Good.
good. I promise everyone can
Yeah,
splatter paint.
I could enjoy that.
But yeah, the maker space is really it's kind of designed around the idea that there are some expensive pieces of equipment that exist in the world,
Right.
and not everybody has the space or can afford to have like a 3D printer sitting at home.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Yeah.
So we, as a community resource, have pooled our money together. We have this equipment here, and it's available for you to come in and use and learn about and explore. And we just love opening doors for people, right? So maybe you come in and learn about 3D printing and you're like, that is the coolest thing, and decide to get your own printer. Or
Right.
maybe you just decide to learn about it and that springs you into a different path. Or maybe it starts your small business because you were able to print that prototype with us
Yeah.
and take it off and you know, win the day. So the maker space is really everybody's space to find a path, find a thing to do. And it's also because the library does take in a lot of donations, right?
Right,
I
yeah, I'm
say this
sure.
in our general safety class. I say that all librarians are hoarders. And everyone knows that.
Right.
And so they're like, anytime anyone's cleaning out their basement, they call up the library and they're like, would you like whatever? So we
Yeah.
get cloth and paper and all sorts of different craft supplies.
Craft supplies, yeah.
And so now we're kind of feeding that back out, letting people come in and use it
nice.
and make wonderful things with it.
Yeah. That's really nice. I like that. And maybe, Medford Happenings. I think we might be interested in makerspace. I got to talk to a couple of people.
Yeah.
That laser printer sounds like something.
Come up to the batching class.
I think we should. Yeah, I get
You can make little characters.
Yeah, I'll get a couple of them to come in. Yeah, we'll go take
Yeah.
a look. Yeah, I like that. So, okay, we know you have all this wonderful things, wonderful rooms, all kinds of things going on. So, how does someone? Obviously, I know some of because we've looked at a couple of things, and some of them it's busy.
Oh, it's busy.
Right. I mean, you go on the calendar and you're like, wow, this ain't available. So how do you, someone wants to do something, whatever it might be, how do you go about reserving a space or, room at the library? I know some of the rooms, there's some decent availability, but you
Yeah.
guys really are incredibly busy up there.
We are incredibly busy up there. This will be the trick for everybody, right? So you can reserve any room, any study room. So we have 5 study rooms downstairs.
Right.
One is a little bit bigger. You can reserve that a day in advance. You can go to our website, which is medfordlibrary.org, and right there's a room reservation thing, and you can kind of see the availability, pick a 2-hour slot, and reserve it online if you have a library card. But if you don't have a library card, or you just you don't want to do it yourself, you can give us a call. Our number is 781-395-7950, and we will help you reserve that room. So a day in advance on study rooms, up to a week in advance on the maker space.
Okay,
So if you've
yeah.
been badged for general safety and you know how not to cut your fingers,
Yes.
you can come in and use that space.
Yeah.
And then like the one that's huge, so Bonsignore Hall is the big room.
Yes,
That's
yes.
that's the tricky one. We have a lot of different programs that are in and out of there. But if you want to reserve that room, there are sometimes times where you can get in there and have your own program or have your own thing going on. The trick with that is we publish a newsletter quarterly, right? So our fall newsletter just got published in August.
Okay.
And as soon as our newsletter is published, then we open up the available space to anyone.
Oh, okay,
So,
nice.
So figure out our newsletter schedule. August 1st is for fall. November 1st is for
Okay,
winter.
yeah.
And February 1st is for the spring.
Okay.
So call around that time and you'll have
Right.
better luck.
And the newsletter, right? Where, is that available? I mean, online? Is it
Yeah.
print? I mean, what is it?
Absolutely. It's available online. You
Okay.
can go to our website and subscribe, and they'll email it out to you.
Nice. Okay.
But if you don't want to do the online thing, we do have it printed, and so just stop on by the circulation desk and get.
And it's available.
It's available right there.
Nice and easy.
So, and we have all of the programs for the next couple of months in there, and so you can see what there is to see.
Awesome.
And if you're signing up for any of the programs, because the programs get full quick
Oh,
too.
I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Again, it's the same situation. On the first of the month, you can sign up for the next month's stuff. So on
Okay.
September 1st, if there's any October programs you'd like to get into,
That's when to get into them.
do it early. 9
Do it
a.m.
early,
is a good time to sign
no,
up.
I know. We looked at something and we're still interested. We'll eventually get in there. But yeah, it does.
It looks
It's
that.
pretty busy. Very
Yeah.
busy, which is a great thing, I guess.
It's a
Yeah.
wonderful thing, yeah.
I mean, that's what it's there for, right? For everyone to use. So, and it's getting use, which I love. It really is. Another thing, I heard you mention volunteers earlier. Do you have volunteers? You use them? How do you get them? How do you look for them? What are you looking for? The whole show. What is it?
We do have volunteers. There is a form on our website that lets you sign up to volunteer, and basically it sends us an email and tells us that you want to volunteer. There's 3 main categories for volunteers at the library. The first is if you just want to put books back on shelf for us.
Oh,
We love
okay.
folks that want to do that. We teach them how to take the carts out there and reshelve our books.
Oh, nice.
So a lot of folks are doing that. They take an hour or two every week and come in, help us out at the library, and we really appreciate those volunteers.
Yep.
There are volunteers needed for our new local history digitization project. So that one's a little bit steeper in training, but
Yes,
again, you get if you scan a picture, right, from the 1900s, you have to type in what it's about, right? You have to
So you have to be
explain
skilled
it.
at, yeah.
So we're basically adding some notes and things to some of the things
Okay.
that we're putting up online, so that it's easier for folks to find what they're looking
Right,
for. So that is an area that we're looking for volunteers. And then, of course, because the makerspace has, there's so many different types of skill sets that are in there. If you are someone who's a maker crafter and you love sharing your art and teaching others how to do something, we also take volunteers who are
Nice.
like, I want to teach people how to knit, or I'm going to teach you how to carve a spoon, or what have you.
Right.
If you have a skill that you want to share, we'll try and get you rolled into maybe doing a class for us or teaching a program. That's another way to volunteer at the
Nice.
library.
Very nice, yeah. So in other words, I could probably go up there and scan the picture, but you wouldn't want me because I type like this, right? So it could be quite a while for me to.
We'll find a place for you.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you will. I'm just saying to myself, I'm one of those,
Yeah.
Take me quite a while.
We have the old, I think it was from the Mercury. It was their photo morgue. So when they closed down, it's all these
yes.
old photos.
I
They're
can
all from the
only-
70s and 80s.
Wait a minute, you have those?
We have
Wow.
several boxes of them, and they're uncatalogued at this point, right? And so we are really going through them and just being like, do we know who this is? Can we
They
put
must
some
be-
because it doesn't have information on it. It's just in subfolders. It'll be like
Okay.
kids,
Oh, okay.
sport. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
all
yeah,
right.
yeah.
So it's a kind of that would
So
be
you
something.
need someone to identify them.
Yeah, if you
Oh,
want
I
to come,
could do that, yeah.
you
Maybe,
know
yeah.
all the people. You
I
can,
know some of them, I'm sure, from back then.
Yeah.
The Mercury. That's incredible.
Yeah.
So you actually have the physical pictures.
Yeah, we have the physical pictures, and again, we're working on trying to scan them so that they are
So-
easier to see. But we do,
If I may ask, how did you come about? Where do you find this stuff?
I like everyone knows when they're clearing out their space to drop it at the library. It's
wow.
really like, that's what happens. They come to us
that's
and
a
they're like,
pretty-
hey, what about this? And we're like, okay.
Well, yeah, that's a pretty nice find having those pictures.
Yeah,
Wow,
they're
that
interesting.
Must be nice. Yeah.
There's one picture. It was in the like kid folder, and it is just a homemade Halloween costume in the early 80s probably.
Oh, okay.
And it is like a robot that's like cardboard box and
Oh,
the like
okay.
vent
Yeah,
sleeves
yeah,
and everything,
yeah.
and it's so perfect. I love it so
Yeah.
much.
Oh, I'm
So
sure.
there's some great ones.
Oh,
I'd
I'm
love
sure
to.
There is. Yeah, that would be a very interesting thing to do.
Yeah.
I would enjoy that. So, okay. So we talked about a lot here today. I always anything you've mentioned a lot of things coming up. You really have. What's any like special things upcoming that you would want people to know? Events. I know. I got to say this. I have my library card, and there is a library card drive. I know that,
Yeah.
and that's a big one. And if you don't have a library card, get one. It's well worth it. I don't care if you only use it a few times a year. It's worth it to have it. It's nice to be able to go in there.
Absolutely. So the average cost of a hardcover book is $30. If you
Right.
read one book a year, you're gonna make that back with that card. But
That's
again,
right.
there's lots of other stuff you can do with it.
Yes.
In September, the Friends of the Library are going to help me out, and we're gonna be canvassing out in the Wellington area because they're the furthest reach from us,
Okay, yeah.
and we have a slightly fewer households with library cards out there. And so we're going to come by. And so if you're out there in the Wellington area and we come knocking on your door, we're just there to ask you to get a library card, tell you a little bit more about it. But if you already have a library card, poke a friend and a neighbor, let them know that they should get a library card, come visit us, because
Nice.
we really do, your taxes support our library, and we want everybody to get their money's worth, because it doesn't take that much to get your money's worth out of our library,
Yeah.
but that card will get you there.
Yeah, no, it's a great thing. It's a great thing. All right, so I want to go through some of the things now.
Yeah.
I know we talked about the Mystic Makerspace.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible. Lunch and Learn.
Yeah, so we have a senior advisory board. So folks that are 55 plus design programs for other seniors. The Lunch and Learn is Thursday, November 12th. And basically, they're going to have a lecture about Italian Americans, and then they got some food from one of our local restaurants coming in. And so you can sign up, learn about Italian American culture, have some delicious Italian American food, and all at the library.
I'm all set. Italian American.
You can come and teach
I
our
love-
lecture,
Yeah, I love Italian food. And I'm
right?
a senior citizen. 3 out of
This is-
3. I have to be there.
This is the program for
Wow,
you.
nice. I like that. Lunch and Learn, everybody. Remember.
And you could sign up for that starting on October 1st.
Yes.
That's when to get your name on.
October,
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
And then I know coffee and books. What's that
Yeah.
all about?
So again, see, we're just trying to feed everyone for free. So coffee and books, we get donuts and coffee for you. So really, that's all you need, right? But you can come in and you'll have to hear me up talk some of our brand new books. So we take some of the books that we just got in from our
okay.
dealers. And so if you're looking for the latest, hottest, and greatest titles, we'll run through a list of them. It's a real chill hour of some of the fun new books that are coming out.
Coffee, donuts, new
yeah,
books. That sounds
so-
wonderful.
So if you're always trying to stay ahead of the trends,
Yeah.
it's a great way to catch what's coming out.
That's very nice. And another one is Black Dahlia.
Yeah, so that
Us
one,
old people know who Black Dahlia is.
so this is a terrifying story for sure.
Yes.
So that's actually the Medford Historical Society. So as a community partner,
Right.
the Medford Historical Society does a monthly lecture at the library.
Oh, I know. I wasn't even aware of that.
And
I'm
you
with
know,
this
we have a
one.
few more seats than they do in their house. So
Okay.
they come out and do that. And so they're coming out on September 30th to talk about Black Dahlia and the history of Elizabeth, and so it'll be a good chat. Those are pretty amazing programs. They're good at filling up Bonsignore Hall. They get like 80, 90 people to
Yeah,
some
I'm
of those
sure.
programs.
That's got to be an interesting.
Oh yeah, I mean it's an interesting
gotta
case.
be.
It never got solved.
Right.
So,
No, I
so
know.
Everyone's
Ever-
still
yeah, it's-
twisting around about it.
One of those mysteries that we
Yeah.
all love. Yeah. Come pet this.
Yeah. So We occasionally have some therapy dogs come to the library.
I could use that too, by the way.
Yeah.
I like that.
So Jojo the Beagle is one of them. He
Okay.
hangs out in one of our study rooms. And
Nice.
if you just need to take a break and take it down a notch, Jojo will sit with you and you can pet him. We definitely have folks that maybe are afraid of dogs and want to get used to them
Okay.
come
Yep,
out for
that's
that. We have
nice.
folks that just want to unwind and have a friend.
Yep.
We also have a therapy dog that comes up to the children's room that's called, it's a reading dog, and it's reading with Ryan. And it's for kids that are just learning how to read and need an unjudgy partner to read to. So if you are someone who's practicing reading, Ryan will sit there and listen to you as well. So there's a couple different therapy dog programs where they come in, and it's a great way for folks of all ages
That's
to
a nice
have,
program.
have
Really
a friend to
nice.
meet.
Yeah, I like that. And of course, the library card drive. I'm going to mention that one more time.
Yeah.
yeah.
So again, if we show up
Yep.
at your door, we have
Yep.
a really cool postcard that we're going to be handing out. So if you aren't home and you get a postcard from us, it's just us saying hi. And if you already have a card, congratulations, you win. And if you don't have a card yet, come on to the library. We have cool things to show you.
Okay. And I'm also going to mention that I heard a jingle. No, that is a great jingle. Maybe we'll get them to write, because we're looking for a new jingle for Medford Happenings.
Yes.
And that was a really good jingle. We're going to play it at some point during the show or at the end of the show, but I got to definitely, I mean, I'm going to try pronouncing their names. Okay?
Okay.
We'll give it a shot here. If there's anything,
Sure.
you can correct me. Shearsa, Bolter, Dimmick,
Uh-huh.
and of course, Joe Hogan.
Yeah, so we had, I was very jokingly talking about coming on Medford Happenings, and I was like, oh, I need like something catchy. We got to make it go viral. And I was joking that I needed a library jingle. And then two of our library teens came through for me, and they created the best library jingle song
Yes.
ever. So thank you to Shirsa and Joe. We really appreciate their work, and I guess Medford Happenings would love
Yes.
a jingle too.
Yeah,
So
we're looking for a jingle. They'd
Yeah.
be perfect. I love what they did. That little jingle's great.
yeah,
For the library.
and I don't know this for sure, but we had a digital music program at the library for teens, and so maybe one of them went to that, and that's how they got their
No
skills,
kidding. You
or
have
they're
a-
just amazing. One or the
Yeah.
other.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, it's a great song. I didn't know you have a digital music program too.
Yeah, so we had Mr. Green come in and do that program for us and teach youth how to use the equipment at the library to make songs. We've had podcasting programs at the library. Again, there's like a recording studio in the tech
Right,
lab.
I know about the recording studio.
And
yeah.
so, yeah, there's lots of weird
great.
tech programs
Yeah.
up there. So, you can come print a 3D print, rock out with your rock bands.
Nice.
Eat an Italian
Anything.
lunch, pet a dog,
Wow.
and then
So much to do.
and then
Yeah.
take home the kayak because
Yeah.
it really is the biggest
Yeah.
piece of equipment. I don't want it in my back room.
No, that's something else. I had no idea about that.
Yeah.
I mean, and I guarantee you, people, that watch the
do
show,
do.
they'll, I'm sure you might have some people come and pick that up. Yeah.
All right.
Now, so when I come for the Italian food, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there takeout available?
Yeah, just bring a
I
bag.
can take it. Yeah,
I don't know that it'll last that long.
yeah no, I
we'll
know.
clear
I
out.
hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Sam, it's that time again. Unfortunately, we got to close it out. But I really want to thank you. Big thank you to Sam Sednek, director of the William and Charlotte Bloomberg Medford Public Library. You shared great information about the services, resources available at your library, and we wish you nothing but continued success. It's a great thing you're doing up there. It
Thank
really
you.
is. Yeah.
Thank you.
So before we close out, I want to take a minute to thank everyone who has been watching the show, and especially want to thank you for your feedback. We're getting a lot of feedback, and it helps us out. If you would like to appear on the show, you can contact us at Medford Happenings 02155 method@gmail.com. Thank you for contacting us. We have a few more shows coming up just from people that have contacted us, so that's great. You'll be able to watch replays of this program on Medford Community Media Access Channel, and you got to check out our website, methodhappenings.com. You can either view us, listen to the podcast of this program. This is getting longer and longer every week. You can also find all of our shows on YouTube. Just go to youtube.com, search for Medford Happenings. And please like and subscribe to our channels, our videos. And you can also now find us on Facebook at Medford Happenings. And we also have our own subreddit, which I'm learning about. I never knew about it. And you can find us at reddit.com/r/Medford Happenings. So for the Medford Happenings team, Paul, Marco, Bruce, James, and Joseph, I'm John Petrella. Remember Medford, stay informed. That's it. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
You were great.
No.